Hey, shalom, shalom. This is the Akaziyah. First and foremost, I want to give all praise and glory and honors to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, right, who taught me this truth and still pushing to this day, right, and who rule well. Salutations, peace and blessings to the Hofi elect, to the sincere Akim and Akwath, right, in the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth and believe, man. You know, believe. It takes a whole lot of action, and faith, to believe, and it's of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, if you want you to believe, man, because if you believe, you're gonna go the furthest extent, man, to prove your belief, man, and your faith, right, and your walk, right, and whatever it is you believe, man, but in this case, we're talking about this 101% truth, man, the word, man. So I have a lesson today, man. It's titled "Sacrifice is a Quality of the Elect," man, right? Because we know, right, as Micah 2:10 says, right? Let's go and get it. Micah 2:10, it was very plain, man, and it's one of my favorite verses, man. It says that Micah 2:10, it says, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with the sword destruction." Let's get that in the NLT, man. Micah 2:10, NLT. "Up, be gone. This is no longer your land and home, for you have filled it with sin and ruined it completely." You see? You see? Hey, man. Hey, this place has to be judged, man. You know? You know? This place has to be judged, man. This place has to, as the scripture said, man, the worlds were framed by the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. So, hey, man, this evil empire, man, this evil rulership, man, this evil aeon, age, it has to go, man. It has to pass, man. And with that being said, man, your ways, your mindset, man, the way you were taught, man, the partying and bullshitting, man, the whole 10-year plan, man, here in America, man, those things have to go out the window, man. Those things have to leave your mindset, man, in order to, to move ahead, man. It's things you have to put behind you, man. Right? It's things you have to get out your way, man, in order to move ahead, man. Right? Just like Yahweh Shai told Satan, man, get behind me, Satan. Hey, man, I'm on a mission, man. I'm on a narrow path, man. Right? So let's get some of these scriptures, man. This is Romans 12:1. It says, I beseech you, brethren. Salakia. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto Yahweh, which is your reasonable service. All right? Let's get that word beseech, Okay, it's too big, man. So it says, I beseech you, therefore, I beg of you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, right? Wholly acceptable unto Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, which is your reasonable service, man. Because, hey, we were bought to a lower state, man. And being brought to a lower state, man, you know, we took on these customs and cultures of vain things, man, and of heathenistic people, man, you know. And hey, man, we have to be completely deniggified, man, right? We have to be washed, man. You know, about time the Lord, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, you know, calls us home, man. We have to, get ourselves in order, man. Get our house in order, man. You know, our deeds, man. The way we think, man. You know. And what's that living sacrifice, man? You know? That's preaching this word, man. That's teaching this word, man, because we know that this word is gonna come with persecution, man. Right? Let's get a precept on that as well. All right, so let's get Matthew 10:28. And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. Right. So, fear of the Lord, man. When you fear and love goes hand in hand, man. When you fear, man, especially when you fear someone that loves you, man, you supposed to, man. You know? And we talking about the creator of all things, man. Right? You know? We supposed to fear Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, man. Right? Scripture say, if he be for you, who shall be against you? Roughly paraphrasing, right? So we supposed to do all that the Lord asks us, man. It's the scripture says, roughly paraphrasing, it says, as we gave reverence to our earthly fathers, how much are we supposed to obey our Father which is in heaven, man, and live? Roughly paraphrasing, man. So the Lord, he requires something of us, man, for a greater reward, though, man. We don't supposed to just be in these bodies, man, and just to be, living it up in captivity, man. We don't supposed to be blending in with these sickos, man, and weirdos, man. Right? So, yeah, understand, man, that, losing your life is better than trying to save it on this side, man. Right? Right? Because this is not our rest, man. Right? Let's get this precept, man. Let's get Acts 14:22, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. You see? So, we don't supposed to be crash outs, right? Looking forward to death, man. But the scriptures say that a wise man thinks of death, man. Constantly, man. Roughly paraphrasing, man. You know, because once again, man, this is not life, man. We're not living, man. Right? We're not living, man. You know, the land is polluted. We're eating polluted things. The air is becoming polluted. You know, hey man, hey man, hey man. Life is losing its life, man. You know, the trees and stuff like that, man. The air, the water. You know, stuff is getting weaker, man. Through this devil that's in rulership, man. Right? Let's get Ecclesiastes 7:1-4. A good name is better than precious ointment, and the day of death than the day of one's birth. That's right, man. Because once you're here, man, Job cursed the day he was born, man. You know, and he was a good man, man. Through the Lord's eyes, man. You know, he was acceptable, man. Through Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, man. Right? And he cursed the day of his birth, man. You know, that's why celebrating birthdays are going off, man. Because you're basically celebrating death, man. Captivity, man. Hell, a lower state, man. In this flesh, man, in this physical form, you know, it's a lower state, man. You know, it's a foolish state, man. You get sick, man. You know, you hurt, man. You know, people deceive you, man. You know, and then you're not safe from going off and not offending the Lord as well, man. You know. See, we got these corrupted bodies, man. Right? Right? So it's a good thing, man, to deny the flesh, man. You know, and some ways of denying the flesh can be death, man. You know, death can be a good thing, man. You know, that's the way that the Lord can have mercy on some people, man. It is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting, for that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart. Sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sadness of the countenance the heart is made better. The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth. You hear that, man? You know, scriptures say that the Lord is close to them of a contrite spirit, man. You know, the Lord knows, man, who's calling out to him, man. He knows, you know, who want to be saved, man. Right? He knows who trust in him, man. You know, it's all actions, man. Right? And we have to give up things, man. We have to give up our ways. We have to give up, you know, the ways of the world, man. We have to give up family, man. You know, I'll get that scripture in a little bit, but this is 1 John 2:15-17. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. You see? If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. That's right, man. It's so much wisdom in this world that's better than everything else in this world, man. You know, so you can love the word and Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai more than the world itself, man. you know, because this world is evil, man. It's very evil. It's corrupted, man. You know, but the light, right? The word is the light, man. Yahweh Shai, man. Right? Right? And that alone, man, it separates the worldly people from the spiritual people, man. From the righteous people. Right? The love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of the Father. Right. Job 9:24, man. This world was given into the hands of the wicked, man. Right? But is of the world, and the world passeth away, and the lust thereof. But he that doeth the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai abideth forever. You see? Hebrews 13:14. For here have we no continuing city, but we seek one to come. You see that? You see that, man? This is not our rest, man. You know, hey, man. It says that oppression maketh the wise man mad, man. So if you wise, man, if you know that you're being oppressed, man, if you know that this world belongs to the wicked, man, and it's polluted, man, and hey, man, it's no way we can, thrive, man. There's no way that we can be here comfortably in our right minds, man, with no care in the world, man. This is not that place, man. You know, hey, man, us brothers don't even want to be here, man, for another 2 years, man. We don't, man, because hey, we see what's going on, man. Another 2 to 5 years, man, everybody will be going off, man. You know, everybody, man, from the children to the new generation grandparents, man. You know? So yeah, man. We want out of this world, man. Right? We willing to give up all that crazy stuff, man. Our jobs, you name it, man. It's not about that, man. It's not about that, man. The fame, the riches, man. Hey, it's not about that bull stuff, man. Right? Let's get Matthew 10:34-37, man, because we're gonna have to give up things that we love, man. Things that we feel that serves us here. Right? In the earth, man. But does not. Right? This is Matthew 10:34-37. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword, man. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. You know, that goes on, right now, man. It's happening, but it's going to happen even more on a broader scale, man. You know, this happens from day to day just by people being in their pride, man, and wanting to do what they do and no order, But it's going to happen even more, when the system crashes, right? And you have some that want to march down to Egypt and get help. And you have some that want to put their faith, and that's going to put their faith in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and they're going to be at variance, man. You can't tell people certain things, man, because, hey, they already got their bottles filled, man, right? You can't put new wine in old bottles, as the scriptures say, right? So, kind. And a man's foes shall be they of his own household. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. And here's a perfect example, man. When they push that charagma, right? And you have your family members, you know, or you basically feeling for your sons and daughters, you know, your children to eat and stuff like that. And basically the devil wants you, you know, to choose his system and the charagma for you to fulfill them, man, for you to make them happy, man. Right? But it's not about those children, man. It's not about that wife, man. Only if they love the Most High Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai as much as you do, man, then everything's gonna fall in place, man. But if they don't, man, you have to give them up, man. You have to look over that, man. And, you know, and look straight to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. You know, who's going to deliver you, man, and give you back, you know, give you back your family, man, and these things that you gave up, man. Right? So yeah, man. You know, because the Most High, the Most High, he's gonna what the scripture say, man? He that loses his life shall gain it, and he that saves his life shall lose it. Roughly paraphrasing, man. So yeah, man, let's get one more scripture, man. Let's get Hebrews 12:6-8. For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth, and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth. If ye endure chastening, God dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? That's right, man. You know, if me as a father, man, I be on my children's butt, man. You know, I be on their behind, man. You know, I don't let them think nothing that they doing wrong is good, man. If I see it, man, I'm gonna try my best to say something about it or do something about it, man. Right? But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then are ye bastards and not sons. That's right, man. If I didn't correct my children, man, you know, or give them any type of punishment, man, you know, then it's like I'm not even their father, man. It's like I'm just in there, man. I'm just around, just to be around, man. You know, contributing to the destruction of those children's minds, man. Right? Correction is love, man. You know? So we have to sacrifice these things, man. You know? We have to sacrifice happiness, man. You know? Take upon it cheerfully, man. You know? When we are turned into a low estate. Right? As the scriptures say, roughly paraphrasing. Right? So this is Philippians 4:11-13. Not that I speak in respect of want, for I have learned in whatsoever state I am, therewith to be content. You know, hey, we're not asking for much, man. You know what I'm saying? We're not asking for much, man. You know, we were given instructions on this side, man. Right? You know, and we know that it's not about these things on this side, man. You know, the knowledge of the world is foolish. Is foolish. With Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, man. Roughly paraphrasing. Right? So, hey, our daily bread, man, what we have, man, eating and a family, man, and, you know, help and whatever, you know, whatever we do have, man. Hey, man, we know to be content with that, man. You know, we're not searching more than what the Lord, we're not searching for more than what the Lord is clearly giving us, man. You know, we're seeking the kingdom, man. You know, a new earth and a new heaven, man, to come. I know both how to be abased and know how to be abound. Everywhere and in all things I am instructed, both to be full and to be hungry, both to be abound and to suffer need. You see, it's a balance, man. You see that, man? It's a balance, man. And here's the point. I can do all things through Hamashiach, which strengtheneth me. There you go, man. You know? So, hey, man, we got to take it upon ourselves cheerfully, man. Right? You know, take it, you know, take when we're going through things, man, because we know that, you know, if you're not going through nothing, then maybe the Lord, he don't want you, man. You know, if you're not going through the furnace of adversity, man, then maybe the Lord don't want to deal with you, man. Or if you don't even know it, that you're going through this, man, then hey, you're basically opting you're excluding yourself, man. It's Ecclesiasticus 2:1-5. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright, and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. Cleave unto him, and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at the last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. You see? You see, man? So when you going through things, man, you know, hey, man, especially when you in this truth, man. Because, hey, if the Lord is pleased with you, if you're on the Lord's radar, then you are on Satan's radar as well, man. So you got to know how to maneuver, man. You know, you got to stay in the spirit, man. You know, be in the spirit, man. Right? You know, don't give into the flesh, man. Because the flesh is death, man. And the spirit is life, man. You know? So, yeah, man, we got to learn how to sacrifice, man. Give up things, man. Fasting is another form of sacrificing, man. You know? If you don't have, this and that, then, just wait until you get it, maybe. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to, go to the extreme measures, man, to get something that you don't have, Pray, until you receive those things, man. Hey, hopefully this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Hey, salutations and shalom to the hopefully elect, to the sincere Akim and Akwath out there who believe in this 101% truth, man. Hey, shalom. Till next time.